What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Esports Arena North American Apex Legends Weekly. That's a mouthful. I'm Jet Set Jamerson, and joining me this week is going to be Yeso. Yeso, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here on a Wednesday. Happy to be working alongside you and excited for what promises to be an absolute blast of grand finals here.
We had 55 teams signing up, and because we had 55 teams, we split them up into 3 separate lobbies of 18, 19, and 18 teams. Only the top 6 teams would move on from each lobby. And how exactly does the scoring work for our tournament here, Yeso?
Placement points from first all the way down to fifth are individual 12, 9, 7, 5, and 4 there. Then it breaks out a little further. Anything after 15th place, you aren't getting any points there for placement. So then you're really just looking for the kills, and it's a point per kill there. And then obviously those points are accumulated then over the 3 games. And as you mentioned, you get those top 6 teams out. And then even after that, those kills are extremely important to try and grab those last 2 spots. So if you can't get in the top 6, if you still are fragging out over those 3 games, you can still make it in. And we did get 2 teams in here making the final 20 for our grand final. Should be a fun one. But we are dropping on to World's Edge, and the action kicks off in this 4-game grand finals. It looks like we're going to kick off with Purge.
Yeah, so Purge are EU representatives this time around, able to make it into the finals once again. We'll see exactly how this works out for them. They're not going to get challenged. Oh, actually, there is. Purple armor getting yoinked from ASCII as he gets knocked down. It's Rogue coming in, able to get that one. And, you know, Purge, I was going to say, taking this a little bit risky, but Rogue is in the lobby, and they're going to go ahead and challenge them over here. As we do have another knock coming in case Swinny's going to get finished off, and that is Purge out of the lobby. 3 kills already going over for Rogue. Or grab the beacon, and it is going to be a Fragment West ending. It's probably over by the Chasm respawn beacon build. Gotta be careful. Again, there are other squads in the area, so this is not going to be a clean fight for anyone involved at this point. Playing this conservatively in the corner with the Watson generator, they should be safe. I want to see a little bit more presence, but no! Phony Head peeks and gets 2-tapped by that Mastiff, and it's NRG coming in for that now. They've got to be careful. I don't know if they can recover this. He's going to try and make the presence for them, but they're not going to be able to get the rest quite yet. They have to back off for it as Frex decided to try to get in on this now. It's Nathan here backing off.
Our team, this is our defending champions. They're looking to make it back-to-back wins here, but that's going to be 2 players on TSM going down as that's Howl knocked out. They need to recover the banner there. Reps trying to buy some time and is going to go for the recovery.
They're lucky that a third party, it looks like, has come in, but nope, they're pushing right on in, and that's going to be aim assist, knocking out TSM. And TSM were doing this rotation pattern where they were trying to avoid a lot of the fights, and so they decided to go a hard north rotate here. And they I think it was intentional by Hal to port into this team.
And we have to, credit to Aim Assist, one of our teams that qualified off of kills. They didn't place top 6 in their lobby, but they were still able to make it through as that's another squad going down. So just like that, 2 have disappeared. Good work from the Sentinel squad here as they'll recharge that armor. They can loot up all these boxes, and they're going to be feeling pretty great right now as down to 13 squads.
Yeah, and they're fairly close, right, to Aim Assist as well. But it looks like Aim Assist don't want to take this fight. They back away from that. We're on board with 303 now as the port came in. Oh, 138, but he's not able to finish him off. That's the gold armor, and I think he's just happy to get that crack and just kind of dissuade them here as they want to just restabilize, get this loot, and move in for the next circle.
Yeah, there's no reason to get...
Excuse me, not complexity. Rogue, able to find some knocks themselves. Now, they need to be quick on this, do NRG. Even though they're on the slow side of the circle, there's still a lot of players around, and cleaning this fight up, they need to come up with a game plan to move in for the spring. Now, they do have this ledge to work with some cover, but I don't know if they've completely cleared their back.
Not quite yet. Naffin being patient. They see the Gibraltar shield just north of their position. Now we're going to swap over. Uh-oh, that's another squad down as we are down to the top 10. Designful able to grab 5 kills. This team isn't going to make the top 10.
Yeah, Aim Assist finally making that push on to the Sentinel squad. And like I said, you don't want to try and challenge the Sentinel squad. I appreciate aim assist, right? Their close range skirmishing ability is almost unmatched. It's insane. A lot of teams respect and give them the distance that they will deserve. But taking the fight, a bubble fight up against Sentinels is a very hard thing. And wow, never mind. I retract my statement. And so I thought it was going to pull over to market, but it does actually pull back over to the respawn beacon. So my original prediction was correct.
Well, there you have it. Sentinels getting some shots down from the high ground. They're going to drop right into this Gibraltar shield, and all hell will break loose.
Yeah, there we go. The massive. They're going to be able to finish that off, and that's going to be Petty Boss's team going down. As this rotation is going to be a little bit dangerous. They have to hope that no one shoots at them. There's Sentinels to their east right now. We do have the nades coming out. Decent damage from Madness with a nice crack with that 76. They got the knock onto Senox. Now, they need to be able to stabilize this, and they finish them off. Tape Skirt coming in, but they still have the ring at their backs right now, trying to get in. Madness cannot take too much damage from this ring as he gets in here, but Pow and Vax now drop down to 1 HP between them, and it looks like Pow will get knocked by NRG. Here comes Rogue from above. The Mastiff coming up huge for Sweet, getting massive damage across, but it's all NRG on that kill feed, picking up a lot of kills.
Yeah, NRG finally coming into it. They had only really had 1 kill so far, and that's 3 for Nafin, so a huge swing for them, and they eliminate CLG. Now down to 5 squads left, and things are getting very intense. We've got Rogue, we've got NRG, 3 other teams here. It's going to be very tense as we get down to the end. We are on board with the Rogue squad now, sitting in the center of the old circle, right next door to the new one, but it's going to be a test to get in there. As you mentioned, it was fraught with danger for CLG to rotate, and even though it's only meters away with how tight the corridors are right now, Rogue is not going to have an easy time getting into this last circle.
Now, the important part about Rogue's position here is if they can bully out the team that's on the high ground of the bridge, they'll be able to gain that position for free. So I want to see them actually keep an eye on that bridge right now and try to get that, as they are getting poked away just a little bit here. But yeah, it is going to be 5 full squads here. Rogue, NRG, and another EU representative pickup team in Triumph's JMW, Noth, and North's Taishin.
Definitely going to be a fun one here towards the end, as again back on board with NRG, trying to get some more action going. They've got their 4 kills. They want to add some big placement points on top of that. Now over to Sleepy Panda. They're going to be able to pick up double negative here, who was knocked down, but the circle is on its way. This is going to be big trouble. Taking a lot of damage back over to Triumph JMW. They're holding down this corridor. A lot of shots with the wingman.
Yeah, he's connecting with them, but it's going to be NRG once again cleaning up a lot of these kills. Rogue even losing out on 1 as well, as right now it's all just NRG as a full squad. Mr. Masked on that Gibraltar is a solo. Never mind, JMW, Noth, and Taishin also a full 3, so it's going to be a 3v3. Might even be a heal-off here between the 2 teams. Actually, if we go over to North, they made their escape through the windows.
Peeking, that's going to be Nafin climbing up on top. Uh-oh, a lot of damage there onto Moth. They're pushing into the tunnel. Big trouble here. That's the Mastiff into the window.
Oh, man, that's a 1-for-1 exchange as JMW is going to be able to finish one off. That's another knock, and it looks like Taishin and JMW, along with Noth, will be able to finish this off unless no clutch will come through. And that's going to be the EU squad taking this one.
Or maybe we just need them to go absolutely insane games 2 and 3, build such a huge lead that the meme composition doesn't matter, and they go for it anyway and still win. Maybe we can have our cake and eat it too.
Rogue right now taking a look just across the board. Doesn't look like they're getting challenged because they are splitting. Dropped is going over for this beacon, but that's a nice little drop there with the R9 and some additional light ammo along with the beacon. So what exactly do we have for this first circle?
Oh, that looks familiar. Over on top of Fragment West and East, very, very close to what we were watching just in the previous game. So I believe it was 9 points for them in the first match, and they're going to get an early engagement here.
Nice, getting a knock on to Kobe there. as they are continuing to hunt down. There's one more. There's the Gibraltar hit for blue, and now they're pushing up. The massive hitting for 66, another 70. Mastiff damage is huge now for Madness here, as they're going to be able to clean up that.
Right there for CLG. That's a couple kills for Madness to start things off, and now swapping over, it's Appa going down, as well as Kimchi, and now Eternal running for his life, but that is going to be our first squad taken out.
But Sentinels generally don't give up the chase.
Yeah, Sentinel's looking for a little something here. Going to shoot onto the cargo bot there, Crust, and looks like he's going to head over now as we move over. It's Hakulo. That's going to be another squad eliminated.
Go back to Sentinels.
There.
Go back to Sentinels.
Yeah, going to go back to Sentinels here once more. I believe the action continues on them. They're pushing for this portal. They're near Harvester. Let's see if they can hunt anybody down.
Yeah, they wanted to go for the third party on the fight that we just saw, but now it looks like it's a little bit too late. They understand that the timing is not opportune for them, as the reset has happened. And so they're not going to be able to capitalize off that third party, which is, I think, what they were looking for that entire time. Here comes the ultimate, but it's not going to hit anyone. It doesn't do anything. It's Rogue now who want to push up. A few more seconds left there, but Sweet gets melted here. Has to go for the reset now on board with Knife Down. He's got the devotion. He's on top of them. 167. He'll get the knock onto Mass. Now, to go ahead and heal up with that gold armor, and Rogue will be able to take this fight. As soon as they finish off the last remaining member, it looks like, pulling away. It's all Sleepy Panda who's trying to back off here, as Rogue were able to find a nice isolated fight on the edge here.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good. Sweet gonna go for the aggressive push, able to finish them off. So the reses come through, but it's not enough as Sleepy Panda is taken out.
On.
And CLG going down as well. May have just happened off screen, but they were finished off outside of the top 10, so not an ideal finish for them, but they were still able to grab a few points here in game 2 to try and keep the momentum going. And TSM still hold up in the high ground of this building, trying to get some shots down towards the bridge. Great damage from Hal there.
Yeah, this is NRG on the other squad, playing the exact same position they played in the last game. And that was the trouble that Rogue had rotating from this position, right? NRG were the gatekeepers there and made sure that they weren't able to get in safely. This time around, though, you do have the push coming out. Hal now on top of them. Here it is. Good damage, but he's going to back away here as Albralele will go ahead and swap positions with him, doing some damage, but they're having so much difficulty breaking this position of NRG.
Yeah, isn't going very well for them right now, as there's also players pushing from the south of where they are, and it actually appears to be Rogue that is on their way up here. Gibraltar ultimate down onto the bridge is going to make things very scary, as Al is going to retreat back to cover right now, and here comes Rogue. They're looking to challenge TSM.
Oh, they're right on top of him. Albralele is the first to go down now. And we have Sniped Down once again. He still has devotion. Oh, you definitely don't want to be on the other side of that, especially at this range. He can peek up from the northern side, and this time around, the ring will go ahead and pull to the north. It is a market circle. Thank goodness.
Got it.
Okay. Vindicated.
Got it.
No, Senox himself gets into a fight with Liquid's flanker, takes him out. And Sentinels are going to have a difficult rotation here. Don't know if they've got Senox's portal to work with. They've got 30 seconds. They're going to try and hard rotate to the north now, as that's going to really help them out to try and rotate and avoid a lot of the teams, as there are a few teams here to the north. Most of them are still there to the southeast. You know, we're talking about TSM, we're talking about Rogue, we're talking about NRG, I believe, that are still over there.
The portal is at 91%, so it should be ready right as the circle starts to close, but that might be a little too late because Sentinel's already starting to push west here. They're getting very close to kind of the northeastern edge of the circle right now, just using as much cover as possible, trying to peek over walls. They're being patient. Portal is now available, but it's NRG that's under a lot of pressure here coming out of the bridge. They had to move from the bridge over to that market circle, and Rocker is already down.
Yeah, there's 3 teams fighting here right now, as Snipedown was able to get that knock. Now his devotion should slowly be running out of ammo. It was very close to that at this point. Nathan is going to go in as Rocker will get finished off, and it is a party over here at Market currently, as Sanox is able to get into the fight himself, and it looks like Rogue trying to stabilize, but Snipedown will go down. It's going to be Noble coming up with that pickoff as Dropped will go down as well. It's all up the sweep, but he's getting burned down by the Thermite. And he'll have a moment of reprieve to work with, and it looks like just a huge aggro of all the teams around him gives him a moment of respite, but it was only a moment here as we're back on board. The Boomer Squad, will they get another win?
I mean, hey, they've made it to where they need to be. They've made top 5. That's all you can really ask for after a first place finish. They're just keeping up that consistency like you asked for. They already have 2 kills. They're looking for a bit more, and great armor to work with at this point. So they're holding out just, looks like southeast of that market circle. Just biding their time right now. 40 seconds till the next close in, and Noth just trying to throw out some shots as best he can right now.
The important part about this poll, especially for Sentinels, the team that is running the Gibraltar, the only team, I believe, with the Gibraltar remaining here, is that they will have a bubble to work with if they don't get any kind of cover. But if they can clear out Watson generators, they'll have a clear field of view to try and use that Gibraltar ultimate.
And Gibraltar Ultimate is available. They also have their Watson generator available as well. That's going to be some of these walls thrown down. Shield cells used by Crust. Meanwhile, Noth still just holding down here in the market, just biding their time. There are 14 players alive. Noth going to get some shots here as the rotations are coming through. Taishin going to have Dizzy's players behind them. Oh, it looks like it's Purge.
Yeah, Purge will go down, but here it is. The Senox ult, the Peach ult, excuse me, coming up huge for them. But now, things have been turned around here as they're trying their best, and it might just be another victory for them.
No way,
That's going to be back-to-back for Team Boomer Squad, and things were looking so good.
Man, we were talking coming out of game 1. We're like, who actually is this team? Looks like just, kind of 3 players coming together, but we got to put some respect on their name. Back-to-back first place finishes there for Noth, Taishin, and Triumph, finishing this game with 8 kills as well, all of them eclipsing 1,000 damage apiece. That was another huge game for them, a clutch performance there in that final circle as well to close things out. And, we were coming into this, we're hyping these teams, we're looking, hey, look at Rogue, look at Sentinels, look at TSM, these top recognizable brands, these stellar teams looking so strong, but it's Boomers that we're going to be looking at in the back half of the grand finals as they have performed exceptionally to start things off.
I've got a note, of course, for the manager of Boomer Squad. He says, here, they would like to be called the Watson Gang the rest of the tournament due to them all being Watson mains. And yeah, I honestly didn't really think of that, but it is so true. It is so true. So this is going to be Watson Gang represented, not the Boomer Squad.
What do you know? The Watson Gang gets blessed with that northeastern circle to start things off, so they're going to be feeling very, very good with how things have started off.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of room of leeway for this poll. It could still go over to Overlook, but if it doesn't go over to Refiner,
Sure.
I'd definitely be surprised here. We are on board with Aim Assist right now, who have been getting into fights on their drops, and they're still being challenged here. Watson Traps, as you can see, set up at the base of this tower now as Gentrifying is slowly making his way up. He's got a scout and a longbow. A combination you don't really see often here.
Yeah, it looks like he's just working with whatever he can find right now. Those 2 as well as some white armor. He will spot some open containers here, and he's wary of some enemy players. Will get a good tag there. So good start from Gentrifying.
Yeah, imagine if he had that skull piercer on it right now.
Yes.
So they want to try and push up off of this, but it looks like the team was successfully able to back off onto the high ground. They don't want to give up on this chase. Designful is trying to make his way up. He's actually on top of one player right now as we're seeing some good damage come across. It's going to be Designful to get the knock on to Appa, and it looks like the Roof Koreans not having a great start once again as Designful drops down, misses his shots. Resulta will be able to answer right back though. And so now it's the final member here, and they will be able to clean that up. 3 more points going over to Aim Assist. That's going to be Mercy Only Squad. Zara Tricky getting finished off here, and so now it's just the duo. They can recover the banner, they can back off to try and get this res, but it's going to be very difficult for them.
Very unfortunate to see Liquid going down there, going from a 3rd place finish a week ago, and very unlikely that they will have a top 3 placing this week.
That building.
Look looking for the aggressive push. Xenox looking for something here as he goes to reload.
He does back off for now. He does have that gold armor, so he could just pop one cell and then get right back into this fight. And Peach and Crust are full health, and so they're going to go ahead and re-engage, get back in on this here, as he gets a good crack, 100 damage out. The Massive doesn't connect this time, hits a 445, has to back away though, as his armor was cracked, but now Peach and Crust are in the thick of things. Peach, once again, with that Massive, getting the knock onto Mercy only, and now it's just the Wraith left, and they will be able to finish it off. Sentinels taking another successful fight.
Swinny is down. They're going to look for the revive here, but they're going to be hard pressed. Yuki's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's all up to one now as Rogue in a very hard northern rotate to catch them off here, and that's going to be huge for them. Again, Rogue in contention, one of those three teams that are vying for second currently right now.
More and more limited. That Gibraltar ultimate becomes more effective in these later game engagements, and it looks like Rogue going for some action here, going for the engage on top of this building.
This would be huge if they can also take out aim assists who are involved in this battle right now. Again, they're not full committing onto this fight because, again, I think they understand they have the numbers advantage in this, as it looks like there were some trades coming across. Nice angle set up by Snipe down to hit 47 with that wingman. Now they're going to go ahead and push forward and they clean up that one squad. Now, where is that last remaining member? There we go, on the stairs. You see him with the X-ray. They don't see him quite yet, but they're on the hunt for him, as they want to finish this off. Again, placements along with kill points, and there it is. ASCII will get finished off. That is Purge finally out of this fight. Board with Sentinels now as they are making their push. Oh, you don't want to be caught just sitting there. Koala is the first to go down. Gobble will get finished off, and Sentinels back away. They are now the new kill leaders in Sentinels once again, just fragging out in the lobby. They are currently sitting on 7 kill points.
That is a huge game from Sentinels. We were looking for, these kills to continue and then the placements to follow. And, Sentinels have checked off the first box there. Now can they finish it off? They've made top 10. Now can they scrape the top 5 or the top 3 to really start to make the Watson gang sweat? The Watson gang, meanwhile, is still alive, but they're in what appears to be an engagement with 2 other squads right now, so they could be in trouble, but Sentinels feeling very good right now. This is 2 games in a row, in fact, that Senox has grabbed that kill leader spot in the mid game, and he continues to perform for Sentinels.
Yeah, they have Sentinels straight to their south. This is going to make this really difficult, as right now we do have, it looks like Albalele clearing out center circle for them. They do have that along with the position, of course. And so as long as they just don't get challenged here, Sentinels are currently just playing gatekeeper. Thugga is going to get finished off, and so it might just be a race to the finish between Sentinels and TSM. We don't get to see this fight often now. As we swap on over, Gibraltar Shield is down along with that Watson generator, so that medkit will be finished off here. Now it's going to take another 2 seconds or so because, yeah, the channel only takes place, or the reduced channel only takes place while the barrier is up.
All right, well, Sentinels now at 10 kills. They have made the top 3, so really they've done everything that we have asked them to do. Now can they just get the icing on top of the cake here and grab the first place finish, the 12 points that they need to really propel themselves to the top of the standings? They're going to look for some more kills. It's going to be a bit of a rotation here from Trust. This Senox backing away to use some shield cells. Peach is going to go down, and it's big trouble right now for Sentinels.
Yeah, they found some sandwich between TSM and Smile. So Peach has gone down, and it looks like this might be TSM's game, quite possibly. No trades yet over to Smile, and so there's still an opportunity for them. But it's TSM with the high ground. They're going to be able to swap off armors here. And once again, have a nice angle to look down upon them. Don't know if this ledge is still in, but here we go. They climb up to the high ground. Almost crack that armor as Reps backs away with the gold himself. So it's almost an even exchange here. Hal pops up once again to try and peek, but Albalele now drops down to 10 HP. There's going to be good damage coming out from Hal, but himself getting cracked now as Reps is the healthiest member. He gets the knock with that problem, but Mini answers back, taking out Albalele, now caught on the reload here. Tries to go for the hip fire, will be able to get the knock onto 1, but Smile, will they be able to get it? It's a 1v1, it looks like, in this situation, as it's Mini versus Hal. Hal on the high ground. Now they're getting pressured by the ring, but Hal will be able to finish it off, and TSM take the win with a massive KP game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's game number 4, the final game of the North American Esports Arena Apex Legends Weekly here. And it is such a tight race for the top 3. TSM now putting themselves in contention. And, you know, despite having a troublesome game 1 and game 2 start, they have pulled themselves back into this, as already we're getting this fight once again. The Roof Koreans taking on aim assist here, as Appa will go down. Designful picks that up. Kimchi Lee does answer back, but it's still a 1v2 here, as Resulta will be finished off. Now gentrifying along with Designful. There we go, but Designful on top will be able to finish him off, and that's going to be 4 for 4, where they win this drop fight for themselves.
Yeah, Designful with a great start, kicking off game 4 with a whopping 3 kills to start off. So that's going to feel pretty good. And we were talking about, hey, you know, we're starting -1 squad. Well, we might as well have started -2, a rough fight there to start off for the Roof Koreans. That means their day is officially done. You know, big thank you to them for coming out. Congratulations to them for making it into Grands. That is no small feat in itself, as you mentioned earlier, with having to set up 3 lobbies. The ability to get into Grands is even more difficult. So hats off to them. We hope to see them in the future. But as we continue, we got 18 squads left, and the action continues here on World's Edge.
I will say, for that squad, the Roof Koreans, you know, they're not as practiced as other teams. Like, they kind of just came out of nowhere and were able to start making grand finals for ALGS, for our tournament series. So hats off to them. I'm excited to see what their growth potential looks like. Haven't been able to watch them. I don't know if they stream or not, but I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for them. They do get the res as we swap back on over to TSM, and we have the circle. And so it looks like it is going to be a Hot Springs ending. We should go on to Rogue right now, who might be on top of a team.
Yeah, we can head over to Rogue here. They may be looking for a little something as they head south, or at least Dropped is on his way south.
Okay, so they're on the high ground, and there is a team in Hot Springs currently. The position that Rogue is setting up for is to control upper tunnels, like above the train track tunnels here. It looks like they're going to go all the way over to the eastern edge as well. There is a team actually already there, so they will run into some resistance. The big issue is if they stay here for too long, they will have aim assist on top of them.
Yep, coming out of Thermal Station, as they have been in every game so far, and they are more than happy to take very late rotations to the circle. And it's only going to be later this time, as the circle actually covers almost all of Thermal Station here to start off with. So we got the back-to-back Fragment West circles on the bridge and in Market. Then we headed to the northeast, now down to the southwest, as we can already see that circle centering around just west of Harvester, and on board with NRG here.
Oh, they got to be careful. They can't hang around right now, as a lot of teams are actually coming in. There's 2 teams in the vicinity. I think one of them is still like a solo, though, as they will be able to port back out and get into this building just in the center, basically perfectly center of the circle right now.
It appears they're on top. Oh, they were, okay. They are very close. Yeah, it's 2 squads just west of them right now.
We should go to Rogue.
Another 2 down south of them, as we do head over
18.
to Rogue. There we go, on board with Snipe down. This should get interesting. They're going to maybe collapse onto another squad here.
Yeah, there was a squad trying to control that choke point, and Dropped is the first one to go down. It's TSM. This is huge. TSM need to get Rogue out of this game. And so if they can commit onto this hard, that would be fantastic for their chances at being able to take first.
Definitely would do them a lot of favors. They need to take them out. They also need to get rid of the Watson gang, who currently is working their way down from the northeast. They'll be one of the last squads to get in here to the next circle, but they're on their way. But TSM with a solid start here, putting a lot of pressure on Rogue, holding near those train tracks, and they've got the Watson generator out, as Hal's going to take his time, let those shields recharge, and maybe take a peek towards Harvester. They've got this choke point covered for the moment.
Yeah, aim assist actually getting into a fight. Resulta got finished off here at the train station just to the south of where we saw Rogue right now. They're trying to fight this back, as it looks like the train is starting to get off, and so he needs to push forward. Gentrifying now with the bat, but Designful gets tapped down. Rogue coming in possibly try and get a third party, as well as Sweet will be able to finish off Murdoch, and Gentrifying just has to back out of here. He nopes out in his Uber. Oh, he's booking it. He's out. They even threw the Gibraltar ultimate onto him. He's gonna stand his ground. He's gonna fight. Okay.
Put some respect on his name. Gentrifying, standing up as best he can as he's gonna throw down the portal.
Oh boy. Is he gonna be able to get out? It looks like he was able to do enough damage where they stopped. And now that portal though, ooh, he just got cracked. They might push off of that one right now. And now he's getting shot, from the team over at Harvester there. Finds a nice little pocket to play off of it, man. It's Sentinels of all teams as well.
Of course.
Oh.
They want the kills. Senox wants another kill leader spot. He's going to push aggressively down here as the team comes for support.
He has the Q out, though. This is a heavy investment coming out from Sentinels for the 1 kill point. Now, we have to remember, they're super close. Remember, they are just, 2 points off of Watson Gang. So heavy committing onto that would be pretty bad. Gentrifying will finally get finished off, though. And, now on board with Liquid, who are controlling the train connector here. But they've got another squad coming up behind them. You got to be careful. Flanker is actually back being off on that Watson here, as they will go back into Harvester proper.
There's a lot of teams grouped up around Harvester right now, kind of towards the western edge here. A lot of damage onto Liquid right now, though, as we switch over to 303.
Most important part now is JMW's left alone for the Watson Gang here, as 303 are able to pick up 2 of them. This is the opportunity everyone was looking for. He's going to stand his ground and try to fight, but they are out. Watson Gang only picking up 1 point here. First place is wide open.
Sentinels are 303's biggest fans right now. They and TSM just were given a huge opportunity with the Watson Gang being taken out. They were only sitting on that 2-point lead, and now everything is up for grabs. Reses on Piche and Senox will be huge. We'll see if he can do it as we swap over.
We still have TSM alive, and so we can't cat them out either right now. Prodigy Aces on top of Mirage Voyage. Not getting much damage across, but they are going to go aggressive on this as he goes ahead and queues in. But it looks like they were successfully able to get away on that zip. As I say that, though, taking a lot of damage. The Mirage clones trolling just a little bit here as Joey Blackout will go ahead and clear out the trap. And, you know, this position, it's not fully encircled, but they can hold on to it for now if they just want to play edge. But it looks like they will go ahead and port down to secure a lot of this loot that's on the low ground. Oh, they have a team underneath them, though.
Yep, they're going to take some shots here down to the low ground, maybe go for the chase.
He will drop into that. The R99 hitting for flesh, but there we go. Purple armor in his way. Getting some decent damage across, but oh, the huge come in. That's going to be Yuki getting the knock onto Prodigy Aces, but they trade on back. That's 2 of Purge down, and it's all up to 1 left here. I think it's just Yuki still alive, as Vuzby is going to chase for this. The ring coming in, starting it off with the pre-fire, but he will not be able to get it as he goes down. Purge staying alive. He will punch his teammate in. He should be able to get the res.
He's definitely going to go for it. He's going to go for Swinny first, and they are going to be able to get the reses. That is huge. Great job there from Yuki to finish off the engagement. Over to North right now. Gobble, the Yo-Yo, and Koala Bear. Koala Bear down, going to have to be res as that's Gobble rotating over to where we saw Liquid a moment ago.
Yeah, he's actually about to run right into them and might actually just die in the lava. Okay. Uses that Q, is just trying to survive, trying to get into a pocket here, and he does make it in. Liquid having troubles landing their shots onto him right now, but they're going to be able to secure this kill point for themselves very shortly.
Yep, there it is. Gobble goes down. Liquid, meanwhile, we can check on their kills. They've got 4 to their name, so, you know, getting better as these grand finals have gone on. 1 for Flanker, 3 for Nocturnal. Meanwhile, TSM getting into some action here. It appears they may be finally pushing up towards Rogue as they're holding this kind of southern wall just outside of the zone.
Contact with target.
Just biding their time.
Yeah, they're in the low ground position here. I don't know exactly why they dropped down. It looked like they were trying to hunt for some kills there, but this is going to be a tough ask for them. It is just a full lobby here. So we've got Team Skirt, Liquid, Rogue, 303, TSM, and NRG as flanker has just gone down to POW.
That is huge. NRG just getting lasered. 303 actually able to completely take out the NRG squad. So their day is done. They grab 4 kills in game 4, and that will be all. Aberlele trying to fire up this wall right now, and you can notice where that zone is, the final circle in just open area, and we can see on our map in the observer position, nobody is in that circle as of yet, because nobody wants to go out into what will be just firing lines for every team. They're all waiting until this circle closes, and it means it's going to get very chaotic very soon.
303 are on top of Team Skirt, though, and it looks like they are going to go ahead and make a push. A good crack. Madness almost cracked, actually. Dropped down to 20 shields there as Vaxilon is trying to hold that position for them. But now 303 pushing up as the ring is going to start closing, but a good thermite is going to dissuade this push for now. Again, though, they still have to watch their back, and they make sure that Liquid don't just push up on them, but they might just get sandwiched, and so Madness decides he wants to take the fight to the north. No, backs away as he tries to measure this fight. Gonna go ahead and TP his team out of here as they have a nice little pocket to work with, a little bit of an edge here, but they are getting knitted out, and that's a huge connect. Madness now getting cracked, the thermite hitting, but they do have the Watson Jenny going down. His battery goes off just in time as Hal gets a knock onto Scissors. Bony Head will be the next to follow, and 303 gets wiped. Huge come up by Team Skirt.
Yeah, that was so huge, and Pow Pow popping off in that engagement, up to 4 kills now, and he looked great there. Meanwhile, TSM biding some time. We head over to check out what's going on with Rogue as Drop takes some damage. They have the generator down. They're just east of the zone right now, but taking a lot of shots. They've got to get these kills. Reps goes down. This is the fight we were looking for.
Oh no, it's all up to Hal here. They cracked him, and now they're going to try and chase after this. No, they have to back away, though. He's a lot of damage here as he goes on in. Hal goes down. Now this might be Rogue's opportunity to win out the game here. As we have to remember, Watson Gang went down early on here. Sniped down, needs to reset. Dropped, will go ahead and fall down to low ground. It is just going to be a 2v3 v2 here as Liquid's still alive. Vaxilon gets the knock onto Snipe down. And now Rogue up against it. It's just dropped by himself. He hasn't been able to reset as Team Skirt trying to play upset maker here. Don't know exactly how many kills TSM had, but still, this is going to be anyone's guess at the end of the day, as Dropped will be finished off. It's Liquid versus Team Skirt. I believe Liquid there on the ultimate low ground. As you can see with the X-ray, Team Skirt's gonna go ahead and drop down Madness there with the Eva 8, get some decent damage off, the portal back, as he's having a little difficulty being able to finish him off, but Team Skirt take the game 4 win. But who will win out in this tournament? And boy, oh boy, this leaderboard is absolutely insane. You know what? Do you want to do the honors for the final standings?
I would be happy to. We'll go in ascending order. We'll start at 5th place. A team coming into the last lobby that we had hype for is Team Solo Mid. They had a huge game 3, and they looked really good, but couldn't finish off strong enough. They finished with 37 points in 5th. In 4th, it's Rogue with 42 points. They had a phenomenal last game, not enough to grab 1st, but a very respectable finish to the day. Boomer Squad, also known as the Watson Gang, didn't finish off as strong as they would like, but off of the back of 2 phenomenal first place finishes in games 1 and 2, they finish in 3rd with 43 points. And then we have a tie in 1st, which is broken by, you can confirm here, it is placements in the series or in the match. We got Sentinels and CLG, or Team Skirt, as you were calling them, with 46 points, and CLG comes out on top with a phenomenal finish to the day.
Yeah, that's right. So Madness, Vaxilon, and Pow Pow, make sure you guys go ahead and give them a follow. Give all of our competitors a follow, as well as the majority of them, I believe, are streaming these. So congratulations to them for being able to take this win. So now they have an ALGS win. They have an Esports Arena weekly win.